All right, y'all. Trump being barred from Colorado, part 2, because this connects him to being cast down to the lower parts of the earth. He was hung up on the cross. He started bearing his cross naked and ashamed on 3:18. And then he started being hung up on the cross. And now that matches up. They're starting a new matchup. And so it's part of that second phase out of the 3 scores. So we've been seeing some things with Leave This World Behind. This is a merge of reality and movie, and it is to test man to see where they're at, to see when they need to act and when they need to pull triggers, okay? So my wife reminded me of Michael Jackson, ABC, 1, 2, 3. That's 12/31/23. And after that, the ball's going to be dropped. That's when the bricks is tied to the neck of the sheep, and they're going to be taken down with the dowel and such, all right? The money is the best thing to pull for that flood, for that change of times. And we see the bricks setting up on day 1. And after that, you'll have that's that birth of Jesus, in a matter of speaking. Jesus, man, I can't believe the market just crashed. Jesus, what are we going to do now? Jesus, what are we going to eat? Jesus, 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 save us, save us. Once you understand that man is the son of man and man is the son of God, and we are all the sons of God, and we are all bodies and members of the Christ, the living God. We are God, and we use our talents that God gives us. So when we watch man, when we listen to man, when we take this in, when we take this out, we are learning from God. We are using the talents that God gave us. The things that I do, the things that I have shared, things that I know, is stuff that God has given the man God and the light of God through the dreams and visions. So it's multiple stacks. The judgment of this nation, the treason, that man who is internally inside of our nation. He was in there with Obama. Obama was groomed by Kissinger and such that were shown according to the storyline. Obama is from another nation according to the storyline. And all those little different things, okay? All these things are going to stack up to a reality to cause that civil war, to cause that Hitler war, to cause that World War III in America and all those different things. And the armies have gathered. External, internal, all kinds of things. And that trigger's about to be pulled. And the birth of Jesus brings the birth of the Messiah. The birth of Messiah brings the birth of Satan. So the evening, that darkest hour, is all before you. And as it's that darkest hour, it's that dark morning too, that sadness. And the dark dawn is before you all. And he's been cast from the high place. After the match is up. So his time in the hell is done now. And now he has to resurrect. And that wreck comes with the wrecking of this nation. And it's going to wreck all kinds of things. And once the dollar comes back, that greenback comes back, that sea of green flows back, the money. It's going to take this nation down. And as it takes the nation down, it's going to restructure the earth and redistribute different things and wealths and however it's all going to work. But they can basically just flip the switch. And then everybody's done, or AI is basically going to place judgment out or whatever, in a matter of speaking. And this is AI, the AI in your head, your brain. Are you scanning every QR code? Are you signing up for every app? Are you doing things that they told you is a spy app that they're trying to ban? All these other things. Okay? Or are you falling for, oh, well, you got to get off because of social media or the propaganda message or whatever. All right? That's all testing the mind or whatever, because there's going to be a switch when the stuff that's real or whatever is going to be laid out. The AI is going to turn it on. And that's when the message is going to get out in a matter of speaking. But that's going to be after the fact to explain to them what the fuck just happened to them. Because they're not going to listen now. They don't listen at all now. If they do listen, they can get 1 point, maybe 2 points, but they can't get past any of that because it just starts breaking down the fucking temple, and it just starts making them question every fucking thing in reality. Anyways, Trump, the dawn, the Lord, setting up the wrath for the great tribulation is coming upon all, and the merge of reality and movie is upon all. And the abomination from the Higher Ground Production Company is telling all, and they're telling you, hey, I think this is, they're even testing the people. Oh, this seems to be some conspiracy, blah, 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 blah. Because they're warning you. They're letting you know. For those of you who have any sense left at all, the sense in your mind, not the sense in your pocket. You might have to choose one cent over another cent, in a matter of speaking. But we're seeing the vision. I've told you, it's been playing out. And it's been playing out in different ways since Russia and the war in Ukraine and the border and all that. And it's been playing out in different ways. And it's getting harder and harder and harder as far as breaking in to our reality. And this is where I've told you we're going from a spiritual to a carnal. So Trump doing these things, these people are going to start moving mountains. And they are doing things with intent. And when they do things with intent, they move the grounds. They will move the herd. The herd will hear it. And they'll come running over thinking there's boats over there. So, as the people on the high ground are casting votes to certain areas, the lower parts of the earth, for the beast to go graze on, go down to the plain area, the plan area. It's going to be one exodus that we've seen. It's going to be another mass exodus. And this is where Don's going to test people, where you worship his name and number, and that seer. The seer is going to be a test on the forehead. That's the person telling you shit that's coming. And that's the seer that's coming on society with the big burn and the money burn. So as they flood the money, change the money, they take the bullets. We won't even be able to afford stuff to buy bullets or to pay for the steel or the brass or whatever they make bullets out of these days, or guns or whatever. All right. This is also where you can see people are doing 3D printed guns, those type of, so we can see a different future lining up. Okay. And then also with the concealed handgun license, they're basically marking everybody who wants to kill other people. So that's basically your, there's no other reason to have a concealed handgun license or to whatever other than to walk around hoping you get to use it and to shoot somebody. Okay. It just shows a heart. And then they also have the AI tracking everybody with a gun on their pant who doesn't want to sign up for the license or whatever. So it's just, and for every one of those, you can count this many people. So that's how many people they know will go to war, and it's all set up, dude. All right. And then also people have been playing Call of Duty and whatever else, training for battle, training for war, do it in the mind, do it in the head. So these people or kids or whatever these days are basically the millennials have trained for war in the streets and shit from day one. Okay? So this is going to be like a test of time and a test of men and whatever. You're going to have the VETs going against the vets and shit, in a matter of speaking. And it's going to be something else, because all the old mind people are all fat fucks and they can't do most everything. Okay? And all the new mindset people are all kind of CrossFit. And that's where you have all these old people are trying to do CrossFit, but they go home at night and have their damn aneurysms and shit because they just busted a vessel and shit. But either way, but men's hearts fail them because of the Trojan horse there, and men's hearts fail them for their money being taken. But there seems to be a two-part process here, and then another two-part process here, and one's going to feed the other, and then once the one feeds the other, that's going to feed the big shebangy. All right, but they might do all the two and two together equal 4. All right, so my wife reminded me of that, and the basic math. So that 2 and 2 together for the 4 could come as early as that ABC 1, 2, 3, 12, 31, 23, the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that's a huge combination day. So that's why the ball drops. Everything on the Gregorian calendar connects us to these things, and that's where they've had to come up with the Christmas in July, because they figure that once you get to a certain point, that in order to twist the mirror, you got to take the Christmas to the summer. So you got to switch the north and the south with the whatever. So you got to switch the positive and the negative, per se. So once that happens, then they can do it. Either way, y'all. We'll just end it here, because the days are short, and pretty much the puzzle's been connected, and it's just kind of we're just on a waiting time clock. All right, and as soon as that big thing happens, it will be a big relief, I'll tell you that, because it's been a long wait since 2020, and putting this shit together from that Christmas and that Nashville bomb, that earthquake and all that shit is just replaying again, and there's been a weird cycle of time reversing, and it's just this world. It's like the more I know, the less I know. The more I know, the more crazy shit it gets. The more it's I don't know, man. It's great. It's crazy. It would probably break the minds of a lot of people. But this isn't. Be careful what you ask for, I guess, is what I would say. But also, don't be careful, because there's so much that and it's just a burden right now to carry these things. But I'm glad I do know. But anyways, y'all, the donkey, he has the 2 burdens on his back, and he has a bride of Mary, the America, to deliver. And he has a cross on his back, and that has obviously Biden and his son, or Biden and Kamala, hanging on there. And so the donkey is coming to the end for that birth of Jesus. So y'all need to be ready. And if something happens, when it happens, y'all need to be able to go. Leave all your shit behind. Okay? So please pass the channel and the videos. Time is oh so short.